All right, we're ready to start whenever.
I'm not sure who's running this meeting. I guess let's turn it over to Troy since he's just caught on, and I'll put him on the spot.
Oh, good afternoon, Mayor.
We're gonna start this exit audit review.
Perfect. Are there any proceedings you need to do since this is like an open public meeting to start the meeting?
We'll just start the meeting. We don't have a quorum of council here, so we'll just it's a regular review at this point.
Perfect. Alrighty. Well, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Paul then, and he'll start with the introductions.
Yeah, I can go ahead and kick off the meeting. So good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today to share the results of the city's annual comprehensive financial statement audit, or ACFR. So my name is Paul Griswold, and I served as the audit supervisor for this year's audit. And then joining me today is Zachariah Shelton, who served as the lead auditor. And so we really value and appreciate your participation in the meeting. So we just want to provide the city an opportunity to introduce who is here on behalf of the city. So I can turn it over to Christy, if you wouldn't mind doing some quick introductions for the city.
Financial services audit contract. I'd like to hand it off and we can go in.
You're breaking up there, Christy. I guess I'll go next. I'm Mayor Ryder in the city of Lacey. Turn it over to Rick.
Good morning, Rick Walk, City Manager for the City of Lacey. Troy.
Peru Finance Director. Chelsea.
Chelsea Yarwood, Accounting Manager. Jen.
Hi, Jen Burbage, Director of Parks, Culture, and Recreation. Vanessa.
Jumped on just in time. Vanessa Dolby, Community and Economic Development Director. And I don't know who's gone, so whoever else next.
Chief.
Good morning. My name is Robert Almada, the Chief of Police, City of Lacey. I think that's all of us.
Great.
Can you hear me now? Wait a second. Can you hear me? Marika, do you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Marika Thomas, and I'm the payroll supervisor for the City of Lacey.
And how about you, Alex?
I'm the senior accountant here at the city.
All right, this is back to you, Paul.
Thank you. So before we get started, it's important to note that we do have a presentation that Zach is going to pull up on the screen here shortly. And so it just represents the overall summary of basically the ACFR audit. But to supplement this presentation, we also shared that my view. We also shared that exit packet that also had the annual comprehensive report, basically that draft letter. And so that is what we're going to be doing today. So my screen got taken over.
Can everyone see that okay?
I just want to point out that we're basically just exiting the financial statement audit. So we're issuing the ACFR letter shortly. You'll probably get that email right after we exit. And then we're going to schedule for doing the federal grant compliance audit once we're basically finished with those two major programs. So really, we're just focusing on the ACFR audit today. So, but with that, we can go ahead and get into our actual presentation. So one of the most important things about audits is the role to increase trust in government. And so our audits are able to do this because the public trusts the state auditor's office as an independent organization that provides transparent examinations of operations of state and local governments. And another important role of audits is our ability to identify areas where efficiency can be improved and where you can be more effective in complying with requirements. So audits can also tell you where you're already working efficiently and effectively. And so our goal today is to make sure you understand the results of the ACFR audit and answer any questions that you may have. And so I'm going to turn over to Zach, and he's going to go over the results of the ACFR audit.
Perfect. Thanks, Paul. All right. So we conducted a financial statement audit for the period of January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2023. So the objective of a financial statement audit is to issue an opinion as to whether the information included in the financial statements can be relied upon to make decisions. So we're pleased to report that we're issuing an unmodified, clean audit opinion on the city's financial statements. This is the opinion that you want to receive, and it provides assurance that the financial statements are stated fairly and also are materially correct. Additionally, it's important to note that our audits are conducted in accordance with government auditing standards. So those standards also require that we gain an understanding of the city's internal controls or processes that it goes through to prepare the financial statements for audit. So if we were to have identified a weakness or concern with that process that could or did result in significant errors in the financial statements, we would be required to bring those to your attention. But we're pleased to report that we did not identify any areas of concern in the city's processes that were required to be brought to your attention or included in our report. And then lastly, audit standards also require us to consider compliance with applicable laws, regulations, grants, and contracts, where noncompliance could affect the fair presentation of the financial statements. So you'll see that your report also indicates no instances of noncompliance that were material to the financial statements of the county. And so also in relation to our financial statement audit, professional audit standards also require that we share with you whether there were any material or large misstatements that were identified and subsequently corrected by management. So we're pleased to report that there were no material misstatements identified during the course of our audit. And then additionally, we're required to note whether there are any uncorrected misstatements that remain uncorrected in the audited financial statements. And we've also noted that there were no uncorrected misstatements. All right. And then additionally, as part of our financial statement audit, we also evaluate certain risks that we share with you. And so audit standards require auditors to evaluate the possibility that management may be able to circumvent certain controls. And so we are pleased to share with you that our evaluations of no instances or possibilities where controls were circumvented. All right. And then lastly, in relation to our financial audit, so we also issued what is referred to as an annual comprehensive financial report letter, or ACFR letter, on June 29th, 2024, which is today. So the city participates in the optional certificate of annual financial reporting award programs offered by the Government Finance Officers Association, or GFOA. This program requires that the city produce additional financial statement schedules and information that are subjected to audit procedures. So upon completing our review of this additional information and the financial statement audit as a whole, we presented the city with the ACFR letter for inclusion in their final annual report and eventual award submission. So now, were there any questions over the past few slides? I know we got through them pretty quickly. Perfect. All right, well, before I hand it over to Paul, I just want to thank both city officials and staff for timely communication throughout the audit process. And then in particular, I want to thank Christy and Chelsea for exceptional communication and also timely provision of documentation. We could not have hit this deadline without them, and also the many staff that helped get all our requests together. And so I just want to say thank you for that. And then I'm going to hand it over to Paul for a few more closing remarks.
Great. Thank you, Zach. So we do expect to issue the city's ACFR letter. It'll be published on our website in the next couple days, but you'll receive that advance copy for your ACFR, basically your packet today. I think we have it set to basically send over to you either at 11:30 or 11:45, so you'll receive that shortly. And then if not, if you already haven't signed up to receive basically alerts about report publication, you can do that through our website to receive basically notifications. Typically, we don't send out basically direct links to the PDFs of our reports. However, we know that you wouldn't want to wait till this one got published. So you're going to receive that basically direct PDF in your email. And then we'll also be sending out a customer service survey. So whenever we issue basically any sort of letter or report, a customer survey will always get sent out. And so we always encourage you to participate in that survey. We really do appreciate your feedback. And then, like I previously mentioned, we are still working to complete the federal program audit, and we'll coordinate with Christy to exit that audit and then present the full audit report when we do that exit. And then the letter will be issued. The ACFR letter will be issued July 29th, not June 29th. So July 29th, just wanted to correct that. And that actually concludes the rest of everything we want to present today. So we can open up for any questions or comments or anything else anyone would like to go over with us.
Well, I'd like to say thank you for partnering with the city. We appreciated Zach all the way through this audit. It's been easy to work with. And the credit goes to the team. We had a lot of people involved with pulling invoices and pulling information. I just want to say thanks to all of our finance team and all of you that supported us in getting the information we need to get back to Zach.
Yeah, I just want to echo Chrissy's remark and thank everybody for their work on this. It's always very important, and I'm happy to see the results. And again, all the work of the state auditor's office with Paul and Zach, and then all of our finance team. Do appreciate all that work and effort to produce this information.
Yeah, I want to thank the finance team as well and state auditor's team. You know, you have to accommodate our schedule to get this completed so we could get our award. So, you know, appreciate that. I also kind of want to recognize kind of the effort. There's hundreds of hours that goes into this project each year. And it's not just about the hours, it's about the dedication, it's about the commitment to excellence and accountability to the public. Every year we seem to have a new GASB statement to implement, which is this kind of next level accounting. Certainly want to recognize the state auditors, you know, effort in that too. You have to learn how to audit all these new standards too. So appreciate that. And I also want to kind of make a statement on the results. I mean, I know that by accounting standards, auditors are required to give one of, I think, 4 different opinions. It's been a while since I've taken any auditing classes, but we got the highest grade, so to speak, which basically from a public perspective basically states, hey, we didn't find anything, good job. It's kind of a pass-fail thing. But when I look at the, you know, the list of changes and things that the auditors did find, is very short, very minor. I certainly don't want to put words in the auditors' mouths, but that looked like an A or an A plus versus pass fail. So I just want to recognize that it was a extremely clean audit.
And I can totally speak to that because, yeah, the auditor, yeah, we have basically 4 opinions that we can basically issue, and it always feels like, but we did the, you know, we passed. But this was a really clean audit. We had really relatively minor basic corrections that needed to be basically corrected, but nothing. I mean, no, obviously no material misstatements. But yeah, this year was really clean audit. You know, with pretty minor updates that need to be done. And yeah, and then you had the new GASB or the subscription-based IT agreements, which was not a fun one. So I know that. So yeah, kudos to the city for all the work that went into this.
Thanks for that, Paul.
And just again, from the elected standpoint, it's always great to see these clean audits. And you know, I've been spoiled as the mayor. We've had a great track record of having clean audits and really set an example of what a clean audit should look like for a city. So I just want to thank the entire city staff and Troy and Christy and everyone. You know, what happens is if it doesn't look good, it always, you know, since teams go back on the mayor and the council. And so I really appreciate all the hard work you guys put into this.
Perfect. Well, like Paul said, we are also wrapping up the federal audit as well. And so we will have an exit conference for that very soon. And so we'll be communicating with Chelsea and Christy to schedule that shortly. So perfect. All righty. Well, thank you everyone for attending and hope you all have a great day.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.